Okay. First, I want to clarify what my partner was saying was a boarding problem. We're not saying that we should raise the age limit to 25. It's that the human brain continues to develop until the age of 25. So what we're saying is that if you want to prevent damage to the brain, you should raise it to 25. But of course, that's a completely unrealistic idea. So we're saying that this is all the more reason to lower it to an 18. So instead of trying to prohibit people of that age group from having alcohol, we would rather educate them at a younger age so that they know how to use it properly. Not to mention, most of the brain damage that comes from drinking alcohol is due to excessive drinking and drinking games, which are promoted in areas like fraternity houses and things of that sort. And related to that, the pros and cons of lowering the drinking age, the article by CoStar says that prohibiting teens from drinking in bars, restaurants, and public locations forces them to drink in unsupervised environments. Lowering the drinking age will allow teens to drink alcohol in regulated and supervised environments, which prevents most of the damage that our opponents are talking about. Related to the whole development of the human brain, there's actually a number of groups. An article by Jessica Ogilvia says that in the LA Times says that there's actually a naturally occurring experiment around the world with this age group. There are a number of groups in which young people drink alcohol: Greeks, Italians, people from southern France, Portugal, and Spain. In these groups, people tend to drink at a very early age, and there is no evidence that it harms them intellectually or behaviorally in any way. And there's also the fact that our opponent said that 18-year-olds aren't responsible enough to drink alcohol in a way that would be safe. Well, two sides to this argument. One, that the reason they're not responsible enough is because they don't have the experience to be. They don't know their own limits, and they're put in situations, once again, like drinking games, where they're in a way pressured or forced to drinking way too much without knowing exactly what their limits are. Not to mention, there's the other side of the debate where an article on Debatepedia titled "Debate Lowering the U.S. Drinking Age from 18 to 21" says that if you expect adult behavior, you're more likely to get it if you don't infantilize people. 18-year-olds, especially those away from home at college, are very unlikely to follow a law they feel is unjust or unnecessary, and they drink as a form of protest to this law. So we can see that once again, it's the higher drinking age that's causing these drinking problems, not the fact that people have access to alcohol. Then there's the issue of driving that keeps coming up, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest that the higher drinking age has actually done nothing to prevent drunk driving and fatal accidents. An article in the pros and cons of lowering the drinking age says that traffic fatalities in the 1980s decreased less than that of European countries whose legal age are lower than 21. And an article by James Slade on the Duke University website says that it's true that the drunk driving fatalities and drunk driving incidents have gone down in the U.S. But on the other hand, there's much less drunk driving now by all age groups, including youths, than when the national drinking age of 21 was established. So we can see that it's not exactly due to this higher drinking age that there are less drunk driving incidents. It's that people are becoming more aware in general, which is the theme of our argument overall, that we need to give more experience and education to younger people in order to prevent the dangers of drinking.